Sex should not be painful, and sex should not be endured. Rather, it should be enjoyed. So as a woman, if you have been experiencing so much pain while your partner is having sex with you, while your partner is penetrating through you, this video is for you. You need to watch this video to the end because I'll be explaining the major causes of painful sex and as well the solutions you can offer to yourself in case you have been suffering from this problem. The first thing that causes most pain in women while their partner is penetrating through them is dryness. As a woman, there are so many things that can cause dryness in you because when it's not dryness, there'll be friction. There'll be so much pain while he's penetrating through your vagina. And that's one of the major things I'm going to be explaining in this video. The first thing that can cause dryness to women is low level of estrogen. Now, the estrogen is a hormone that helps in making women wet. It helps the mucous membrane of women's vagina to be lubricated when they want to meet their partner. Not even just that, even when they're just living normal, this estrogen helps their vagina to get lubricated. So when you are having a low level of estrogen, your vagina will always be dry and you will experience so much pain while meeting your partner. And this happens when you are having problems with your brain, you are having problems with the organ that helps in controlling estrogen level to some extent, or you are that kind of person that might have been abusing emergency post pills. You take post pills anyhow, post note 2, all of them. Anyhow, this can make you have a low level of estrogen and this can make you have so much pain while meeting your partner. But we want to be addressing how you can solve this problem in case you are having a low level of estrogen by the end of this video. The second thing that can cause dryness to women is stress and lack of emotional commitment. As a woman, if you are not in good mood or you are not enjoying yourself with your man, maybe you are not having a good time with your man, you might experience dryness because your attention will not be there, your mood will not be connected to the sex, and in that case, your brain will not control the production of this fluid in your vagina. So even if you're having the sex, you experience so much pain because the fluid level will be low, and in this case, there will be much friction. The third thing that can cause dryness in women is when your partner might have not romanced you enough, when you've not had enough foreplay. This could make you have so much pains while your partner is sliding into your vagina. And for you to solve this, you need to make sure you encourage your partner to always go into enough foreplay with you because you understand your body system. And you might be enduring this in pain, in silence, without letting your partner know. You need to communicate this to your partner when you're experiencing this so much pain. If you're that kind of person that your partner don't like, maybe he don't like going into foreplay, don't like going into adequate foreplay. This is very, very important in terms of making you wet as a woman. And you getting wet is one of the major things that can reduce pains while having sex as a woman. The second thing that could make you have pains while having sex is infection. Most especially bacterial infection, yeast infection, which could cause inflammation of your vaginal lining. Or you might have pelvic inflammatory disease where most of the organs in your vagina, your pelvic floor, your uterus, your fallopian tubes, your ovaries might get inflamed. And once they are inflamed, as your partner is going in and coming out of your vagina, you experience so much pain because the vaginal lining is inflamed. And in that case, you might experience pain. Sometimes not just pain, you might even experience bleeding while your partner is sliding into your vagina. So in this case, if you are having an infection, you will need to treat that infection because if you don't treat that infection, there is no magic you can perform to make sure you stop that pain. And while treating yourself, it's always advisable you treat your partner alongside with you, even if he's not having symptoms. It's normal. But that doesn't mean the man doesn't have the infection. He also have it. Just that the symptoms might not be there. He don't have a channel where they could be discharged. He might experience pain. But he also have this infection. So if you're treating yourself as a woman, you're treating a sexually transmitted disease, most especially bacterial infection or yeast infection, you will need to make sure you advise and encourage your partner to also treat himself. The other third thing that can cause pain while a man is having sex with you as a woman is sex positioning. Most especially the sex positioning where a man will have to slide from the back. You have to penetrate your vagina from the back, which most people term doggy. This position can cause so much pain to women because some women don't have a longer depth in their vagina, and in this case, when a man is having a longer penis, like the length of the penis is so long, the depth, as it's thrusting into your vagina, it might get into your cervix and it will cause so much pain. So for you to solve this, you need to make sure you change or adopt a comfortable sex position. The fourth thing that mostly causes pains while a man is penetrating through your vagina could be endometriosis, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and sometimes ovarian cyst. If you are having all these conditions, you might experience inflammations in your uterus, growth in your uterus, growth in your ovaries, inflammation in your ovaries. This happens when you are having all these conditions I just explained. And if you're having them, you will need to make sure you treat them. There are medications that are given to solve this, because when you are having conditions like ovarian cyst or you're having polycystic ovarian syndrome, you might experience hormonal imbalance. And when you're having hormonal imbalance, like the level of estrogen is low due to polycystic ovarian syndrome, you will experience so much pain while your partner is going in and coming out. The last thing I'm going to be explaining in this video is stress. When you are stressed, you might experience so much pain while having sex with your partner, because your mind will not be connected, your brain will not be connected, and in that case, the hormones that are necessary for making you have this pleasure, for making you wet, will not be there. The libido will be reduced. The sex hormones will not be produced because you are stressed. So if you want to have sex, make sure you're not stressed. Make sure you're having a good state of mind. Both physical stress and psychological stress must not be there. You must make sure you are free from anything that has to do with stress to be able to enjoy sex. So if you might have gone for hormonal profile test and they tested you for having low level of estrogen, you need to make sure you take estrogen. There are medications that can boost the level of estrogen in your body to make you have enough wetness. And this medication must be taken under strict doctor's guidance and prescription. Because when you take it anyhow, the level of estrogen might also shoot up and cause inflammation in your vagina. So there must be a moderation to how you take estrogen. The other way you can solve this problem of painful sex is communicating to your partner. If you're that kind of person that maybe your partner don't like having enough foreplay with you, don't like having enough romance with you, you need to communicate this to your partner. I don't enjoy sex when you have it with me because you don't engage in enough foreplay. Tell him to touch your organs. You should touch your breast, your organs, your vagina, to make it more lubricated, to make you sexually active, to increase your libido. Because once this is not there, you will always experience pain as a woman. If your partner is that kind of person that likes sliding from the back and you don't feel comfortable with him sliding from the back, tell him you want to be on the top rather, or tell him to slide from the front instead of going behind, because that could cause pain to you. And if you're having an infection, as I've rightly said, you need to treat that infection. If it's bacterial infection, take antibacterial medications. There are so many medications that can treat a lot of infections. And if you're having polycystic ovarian syndrome, endometriosis, there are medications that are given to correct all of these conditions. So don't stay and endure in silence. Sex is not meant to be endured, but to be enjoyed. And if you have questions you want to ask about this particular topic, please don't forget to drop them in the comment section so I can be there to respond to them as soon as possible. And if you enjoyed this video and you find it very helpful, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't also forget to share it to as many people as you can. You might be saving the life of someone. I'll see you next time.